Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip, and I want to do a very quick video on some breaking news regarding the PPP program and distribution. This was reported earlier today by Reuters, and several news outlets have verified it independently and picked it up. But basically, what happened is, turns out the SBA has handed out likely hundreds of millions of dollars in duplicate loans because of a quote snafu and glitch in their system. So this is pretty nuts for everyone who's been following the PPP EIDL process for the past 6 to 8 weeks. We know there's been a lot of ups and downs in terms of how they're getting out information, but here's the latest. Okay, so first I'm going to go to the main source. That this exclusive from Reuters that the U.S. small business program handed out virus to many borrowers twice. Okay, here's what was said. The technical snafu in the U.S. government system caused many small businesses to receive loans twice or more under a federal aid program, and I'm going to go into why and how that happened and what you need to know if so far if you happen to receive two loans. So they had nearly a dozen sources, and again, like I said, The Hill, some other local publications have reported on this since this report this morning. Basically, the money was mistakenly handed out in the amount of hundreds of millions of dollars, and because of multiple applications, right? So, and this was common practice and frankly encouraged, and we encouraged it too, especially after round one of the PPP, where so many people were shut out. They relied on one lender, and whether their bank or lender didn't come through, then the second round they're like, okay, maybe Chase or Bank of America or whomever has a huge backlog. So rather than relying just on them to get a loan number from the SBA, I'm going to put some eggs in different baskets here. Okay. So, but this has led to duplicate funding because basically the way it worked is the SBA would issue a loan number, so their loan processing system would fail to see that multiple applications had been submitted. Usually it was tied to a social security number, so the SBA system would say, all right, I see Joe submitted through A lender, and then he also submitted through B lender, so they would basically know that if they approved Joe through A lender, they wouldn't approve him through B lender. And then Joe would have the option of accepting through A lender. Turns out that Joe, now in this case, could have gotten loans through A, B, and C lenders. Now, of course, those are loans, but the point is that if they have an SBA PPP number, they're forgivable. So I'm not going to go into it in too much detail, but the estimate is this has affected thousands of businesses. And again, here's the quote at the bottom. Someone from Blue Vine, and Blue Vine partnered with Fundera, and they issued quite a number of PPP loans. The SBA inadvertently issued duplicate loan approvals to some small businesses. It is our impression that the majority of these borrowers are honest small business owners who had applied for a PPP loan through multiple lenders. Now, there's a quote early in the article that talked about how, part of the snafu that the SBA had was if the Social Security number was different. However, based on our knowledge, SBA should have been credit checking every application, so they wouldn't issue a loan number unless they could verify the identity of that individual. So anyway, this just goes to show you that's another problem. We kind of expected there to be problems that would come out, but so if this was you and you accepted two PPP loans, as of now, there's no guidance onto whether you need to give it back. Of course, if it was an honest mistake, it'd be a good idea to get in touch with the SBA. So if you find out about it and you realize that, oh, okay, I got two sums of money, and I didn't understand that I was signing two loan documents. Of course, you probably should have understood that you're signing two different PPP loan documents. But let's say you didn't. Um, it's a good idea to get in touch with the SBA and see what their guidance is. Meanwhile, if there is more guidance that comes out later this week because of this quote snafu, we'll let you know. All right. Hope you are all doing well and staying safe. And thanks so much again for subscribing and supporting our channel. And I'd love to hear if this affected you. Please leave a comment. Would love to hear how you handle it, and they'll be helpful for others as well. Thanks again.